Hello everyone and welcome to another live protocol video. On this video I'm going to be talking about certain topics that I do believe all INTJs, being as different as they can be inside the spectrum of the personality type, I think they all can relate to these things. So me myself, I am an INTJ and I know that I do 100% relate to all these things that I'm going to be talking about in the video. So I thought it would be an interesting video to share with you guys, especially the INTJ community. So without further ado, let's check out the video and I hope you enjoy it.
Things you hate when you're an INTJ. I think INTJs are the personality type that feels less satisfied with their achievements. The will to optimize is always present, and something that is hard for them to shut off. Wasting energy. One of the things that most INTJs can relate to is that they don't like to waste energy. Wasted energy, simply put, is not efficient. Looking at things through this lens, you come to the conclusion that conserving energy, by thinking and planning ahead, will result in less expenditure of energy, and the ability to get the task done with minimal physical labor. Sometimes people perceive that as being lazy, and that could not be further from the truth. People's energy is not an unlimited resource. The human brain consumes about 20% of our daily intake of calories, and for INTJs, because their brain is consistently working overtime, that is probably higher. From a metabolic standpoint, INTJs simply cannot afford to take many risks with their energy as other personality types can. As an example, let me tell you that on a more personal level, that I, as an INTJ, get astonished witnessing my ESTJ wife performing all the tasks she undertakes every day. The energy she displays, even after a bad night's sleep, is nothing short than amazing to me. INTJs are very aware of their energy level, and wasting it is almost a cardinal sin, something to be avoided at all costs. INTJs plan before they act. They come up with optimized ways of doing things. That's not being lazy. In fact, the energy is being spent on the rationalization, on the thoughts happening within, so the energy is still spent, just in a different way. In other words, the best way I can describe it is, INTJs work smarter, not harder, and that is a very good tell that someone is an INTJ. When you see someone taking that approach to solve a problem or help a project come to fruition, then there's a good chance that person is an INTJ. Incompetence. Incompetence is something that drives INTJs up the wall. Many people don't get as bothered when they encounter incompetence. They don't make much of it, as long as it doesn't affect them on a personal level. But for INTJs is almost personal. One of the topics that INTJs have no trouble talking about is the flaws they see in the system. I believe INTJs' main function from a societal standpoint is to optimize and create efficiency. That is why they possess the clarity of mind they do. And when they encounter systems that are flawed, they can see the future implications. That resonates very deeply because it goes against their nature, which is to try to fix it. Unsustainability. Institutions that serve no real positive purpose, or corporations whose only objective is the amassing of profits, stomping on anything to achieve it, that help no one except their shareholders, is something INTJs deeply dislike, because they see it as an unsustainable way of life. If it's unsustainable, then it's headed for its own demise, taking everyone else with them. If you're liking the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Let's get going. INTJs are sensitive to other things on a smaller scale, like bad management, or faulty leadership. Broken systems. INTJs want systems to be perfect, and are very sensitive to anything that can disrupt the perfect inner workings of operations. Living in a flawed society is something that drives INTJs crazy. Possessing the knowledge of how things could work better, and feel powerless to change it, is frustrating. And then people wonder, why do INTJs have the typical stone face on all the time, seeing how things could be better, wanting to optimize it? Because that's what INTJs are predisposed to do, and feeling powerless to act can become exhausting. They have to be careful though, as to not let their clear thoughts become conspiracy theories. Undeveloped or unhealthy INTJs need to be careful with their anger levels and learn to let go, because this can drive them into self-destructive paths. It's not uncommon for INTJs to imagine how things would be if they were the ones running things. Although things would be more efficient for sure, it's dangerous to have one specific type have all the power. Doesn't matter if it's an INTJ or an ENFP, in order for balance to happen, We need various inputs. One personality type alone does not possess all the necessary traits to see ideas from all angles. Introverted intuition, which is the primary lens which through INTJs see the world and process information, is a funny thing. It's said that is future-oriented, but I believe it also takes away from past experiences. It works as a series of steps you need to undertake to make a future goal possible, but we as people are constantly gathering information, whether we want it or not. Some types are better at it than others. Repeated mistakes. INTJs, and even INFJs, seem to learn from the past and then applying that knowledge to the future. This is extremely useful to not repeat our past mistakes. I think that INTJs are possibly the personality type that mostly tries to solve problems before they even happened. They possess the ability to efficiently predict what the outcome will be, taken a specific path. This is not magic or predicting the future. I believe that is due to lessons learned from the past. Introverted intuition stores that information in the subconscious, and when something similar is happening in the present, that intuition gives them insights into how that situation played out before, and how most likely will play out again. This is important to know, if you want to understand why INTJs are so good at planning. To sum things up, INTJs are people of conviction, determination, and vision. They feed on the abstract, and translate it into the physical world. Most of what INTJs hate is unsustainability, the feeling of being powerless to change something they feel is wrong, wasting energy needlessly by doing things in a less optimized manner. And because INTJs are optimizers, they want to see everything working perfectly. They have a rooted dislike for incompetence. If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.